Supermodel Naomi Campbell attracts attention wherever she goes.
You know that people call you a bitch.
I used to get hit a lot, and I used to get called all sorts of names. And I have to say, I fought back.
She's a self-made cyclone of energy, style, and drama.
I find sweet and nice a little boring.
Why did the man who liberated South Africa defend the world's most controversial supermodel?
He taught me to speak my truth.
Nelson Mandela has called her his honorary granddaughter.
I really love you.
He was there for me in times when, I have my ups and downs.
Not knowing your father, that manifests a lot of feelings.
Repeatedly violent conduct towards her employees.
You grabbed her by the throat, you hit her with a phone.
And if the claws have to come out, they come out.
She ran out of the room with her face bleeding.
The bench warrant was issued for her arrest. The model faced up to 7 years in prison and deportation.
Is that the person you want to be?
I want to do better. I want to be a better person.
You can never have an impact on society if you have not changed yourself.
Why would Mandela stand by her?
He came out of jail after apartheid was abolished. No matter what, I had to see this man. I'd heard about apartheid when I was growing up, and I was just blown away by what I heard and couldn't believe what had happened in this country.
Nelson Mandela, the man white South Africa had imprisoned for nearly 30 years, was sworn in as the country's first black president.
I was still then searching for a purpose in my life.
This is someone that truly sacrificed himself for the people.
And he came in, and it was just this light. It was just like the sun had just gone into that deep sunset mode of warmth and brightness. It was incredible. I'll never forget it.
Naomi looked to Mandela for the guidance she wasn't getting at home.
Before she was even born, her father left, and her mother, off and away, worked tirelessly.
I was 19 when I had Naomi, and I was a single mom, father and mother.
Not knowing your father, not seeing your mother, that manifests a lot of feelings. One of those feelings, absolutely, anger, based on abandonment. Rejection. I used to get hit a lot, and I used to get called all sorts of names. I remember once a little boy hit me in my stomach, threw stones at me, and I have to say, I fought back. And everyone thinks, oh, Naomi's a really tough girl and really strong, but that's what I want to appear to people to be like.
Fighting to protect herself was the only thing Naomi ever knew.
So whenever I meet you, there is a kind of intimidating thing of like...
But that's on you. That's not on me.
I don't want to be known as a sweet and nice girl. I find sweet and nice a little boring.
You know that people call you a bitch, and you don't mind.
No, I do mind.
She was the first black model to grace the covers of French Vogue and Time magazine.
Those things wouldn't have happened if she wasn't driven.
I didn't accept to be treated any differently.
But Naomi wasn't satisfied and wanted to be more than just a model.
We were invited to South Africa. I didn't feel good about taking this money that I was making to judge a Miss World competition.
When I was on stage, I said, okay, I'm going to donate my fee. Then I got this phone call. Okay, will you please come to meet Mr. Mandela? And I was like, I don't believe this.
But when she met Mandela, Naomi thought she'd found the guidance she was looking for.
He could see that my foundation was not solid, and I was searching for something.
He was very comforting, very observant. We spoke very few words, but we understood each other.
I'm very happy indeed that we should have a young person like herself to devote herself and to make this what they call the success it has become. I really love you.
He really showed me a side in the world that I didn't know. I felt committed and compelled to help to make awareness for as much as I can.
Nelson Mandela has called her his honorary granddaughter for her charitable work in South Africa.
A lot of things that he said to me then, I was so young, I wasn't understanding all of it.
But when she went back to the modeling world, Naomi couldn't stop fighting.
Naomi erupted again, throwing her jewel-encrusted BlackBerry at her housekeeper.
Called her names and threatened to charge her with theft after being unable to find a pair of jeans.
She said you grabbed her by the throat, you hit her with a phone. She ran out of the room with her face bleeding.
And then what?
I feel remorseful, I feel ashamed. What have I done to them? I've hurt them.
Lots of people abandoned and had mamas that didn't treat them well. Is that the person you want to be?
Not at all. No, it's not the person I want to be.
Naomi decided to sit down with the person she was truly angry at.
Just listening to her talking many, many times that she used the word abandonment. And it's fair to say that, yes, I do feel that I abandoned her. I left Naomi to work to give her a better life. Looking back on that, you sort of realize that material possessions are not the only thing that a child needs, but sometimes that child needs its mother. So Naomi, I'm really, really sorry.
What are the tears for?
I understand the sacrifice you had to make. I want to do better. I want to be a better person. I'm not proud of the things I've done in my life, and I'm striving to be a better person and to find peace.
With her honorary grandpa by her side, Naomi stopped letting her anger control her.
He never made me feel ashamed, and he just gave me encouragement all the time.
When I think about the past, I feel angry. You had to reject all negative vision in your own soul and focus your attention on the positive thing. The first thing is to be honest with yourself. You can never have an impact on society if you have not changed yourself.
You pled guilty to assault?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
The model faced up to 7 years in prison and deportation.
It was humbling. Thought about this is what I have to do for what I've done.
Recognizing that your thoughts is part of a growing process.
She was ordered to attend anger management classes and perform community service.
Can you control the anger?
So now I have more of a handle on it, and I'm moving forward, and I'm getting better day by day.
And Naomi became the person Mandela always knew she could be.
My passion and my drive is to help the great continent of Africa be where it should be, get what it deserves to have, like everywhere else in the west of the world.
You're starting and continuing his brilliant work.
Children of the Rising Sun. It's an orphanage that I just love and care about. Nuru was a baby that had been left to the side of the road. Nuru is not one of the fortunate ones where her real biological parents come to visit. Just always want to make sure she's okay.
This is a side of you that doesn't make the papers. Why is it so important to you?
He really showed me I should never be ashamed of who I am. I should speak my truth and use who I am to help others. And that's something that I try to live by.
The challenge is to take the positivity into the wider world and make things happen for yourself and for your community as well.